This week On the Road with Mickey, 24 things to do in 2024. How did we do?
We're on the road with Mickey. We're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go. We're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike and she's Sophie
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu. Hey buddy boy. And we are on the road with Mickey. This is episode 251 for January 20th, 2025, and our feature topic is 24 things to do in 2024. How did we do? We had that episode last year,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to recap and see how we did.
Yes.
Grogu, he told me beforehand that we did awesome. So maybe that's all the show we need. I don't know.
I really like him.
I like
He's a
Grogu too.
man of few words, but they're poignant words.
Yes. Always captivating and full of insight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will still have the episode, even though we did awesome.
Because really, what is the episode if we don't talk?
Exactly. But first, we have Cheddar from the Big Cheese, and Sophie is going to start us off.
Yes, I am, and I was getting my water in before I had to do that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, my cheddar is the most important. That's why I'm going first. Our recording date today is January 15th, 2025. And why am I telling you this? Well, I tell you what our recording date is a lot because specifically today, 50 years ago, was the grand opening of Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom. Picture this: a 2,000 member marching band, balloons, fireworks, and even NASA astronauts Gordon Cooper, James Irwin, and Scott Carpenter were there. That is how you launch a legend.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Get it? Get it? Launch.
Yep.
Get it. Very good. Well, let's continue to celebrate Space Mountain with some really neat facts. At 183 feet tall, Space Mountain is 1 foot shorter than the NASA Space Shuttle. Space Mountain is the longest operating coaster in Florida. And lastly, Space Mountain has 2 tracks, Alpha and Omega. Wouldn't you think?
Yep.
Hmm.
Beginning and the end.
That's right.
And I have some really cool Space Mountain cheddar. This is
Yeah.
all about Space Mountain Cheddar Day. And this tech geek, he loves that Space Mountain is the first roller coaster fully controlled by a computer.
Nice.
And as Sophie mentioned, three astronauts participated on opening day. And lastly, I think this is hysterical. It would take riders 22 rides every day since Space Mountain opened to reach the moon.
Wow.
So you mean we would have to ride Space Mountain 22 times a day for 50 years
To
in order
get
to
to the
reach
moon.
the moon?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I have a feeling that Space Mountain does more than 22 rides a day, though.
Well, that's
Yeah, but
true.
not for one person. That's ooh,
Well,
a
So
lot.
yeah,
That's a
but
lot.
in Sophie's thinking, and that's a good point, Sophie. So that means Space Mountain has gone to the moon
Many
and
times.
back, probably.
and back. Yeah. Well, that's fun little trivia. Yeah, I know. Blew my mind.
Mind blown.
Oh, I like that. That
Well,
is some good cheddar.
Yeah.
happy birthday, anniversary, whatever, to Space Mountain and to the Magic
Yes.
Kingdom, because that's a historic feat. So
It is. I
Yay.
didn't realize that Space Mountain wasn't there on opening day.
no, it wasn't.
Wow.
And that is why the sign says Spaceport 75
And
in
not
recognition of the year.
Spaceport 71.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah. Well,
I want to
that
go
is
ride.
yeah, let's go
Yeah, let's
ride.
go. Let's go.
I don't get in and out of rides like that as well anymore, but you know what? If I was there today, I would make an exception.
Yay.
Um, but here is how you can connect with us. Don't forget, we have our Facebook group, On the Road with Mickey, our Facebook page, which is On the Road with Mickey, our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Instagram, On the Road with Mickey. Email us at info@ontheroadwithmickey.com. And our website is ontheroadwithmickey.com. And I had talked last week about having a contest, and the week got away from me a little bit, so I have not done my planning on that. But I am going to still plan on having an On the Road with Mickey contest. So
Nice.
stay tuned, and note to self, get it done for next week.
I'll make sure you have it done.
Thank you.
Get her
And that
done.
get her done. And that takes us to our feature topic, our 24 things list in 2024. How did we do? And so we have the list in the show notes. And Sophie, you start us off. You do the ones, talk about the ones and whether or not they should be included for next year's list.
All right. Well, I have 2 to start, and then we're going on to Daddy, and then I have 1 more. This one, the first one to start off, leftover from 2023, I am going to put this in a solid middle category as to whether or not it has been completed, and let me explain why.
Okay.
The goal was to stay at a new resort, specifically the Boardwalk Inn, and we technically did complete that goal, if you ask me. It wasn't at the Boardwalk where we stayed, but we did stay at the Contemporary, which I know when I was younger, we used to stay a lot at Bay Lake Towers, which is technically part of the Contemporary Resort.
Mm-hmm.
We did not stay in Bay Lake Towers this time. We stayed in the actual Contemporary Tower with the monorail going straight through it. And that was a new experience for me. So I will consider that to be a new resort. So I
Yeah.
say I did well with that one. I'm
Okay.
highlighting it in yellow to show that it was partially completed.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
And then everything that did get completed would be in green, and everything that didn't get completed would be in red. So
Okay.
the second one that I have right now, leftover from 2023 again, I did not complete, unfortunately, and I don't think I will be able to complete this one. And that was to go to Jelly Rolls and the Atlantic Dance Hall. Again, at the Boardwalk Inn. That was something I had wanted to do for my 21st birthday trip. And it was just, we did so much on that trip that we really didn't have time to go to either of the two, even though we were staying right down the way at the yacht club. And that's okay. But unfortunately, there have been rumors that Jelly Rolls is going to be closing in actually this month, January of 2025 is what I heard.
Yeah. So maybe they'll keep it open until you have a trip later on.
You mean like in June?
Maybe.
Never know.
Heads up, everybody. I am going to Disney in June.
Oh,
That,
okay.
Yay.
yeah, that's already been planned out and whatnot. So if you guys want to come and see me, I'll be there the 23rd through the 26th.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I
Something for next
have
week's list.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
I have a leftover from 2023, which was taking my mom to Disney in December. And that was accomplished. Yay! We got one done. Totally done.
Yay!
Yay!
Bravo.
And that, you know what? That was, if that was all I had done, then it was a successful year.
For sure.
It
For sure.
was. Yeah.
Because
She was
we
so
got
happy.
to hang with Butch and Brenda, and we got to see my
Oh,
mom there, and my sister was there, and it was a fantastic trip.
It was a great trip.
it
Yeah.
was.
Your
I
mom
was
was
so
so
happy.
happy. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so happy. I got
Yeah.
to go hug Aunt Brenda for like 5 minutes in
I
a row.
know. I know. It
Uh-huh.
was wonderful.
Yeah. Well, also on my list was to make a lightsaber in Galaxy's Edge, which is still on my list. Um, and you know what? It'll happen when it happens. And if it doesn't, that's okay too, because I know where two are in our house.
Yes, you do know where they are. They weren't made in Galaxy's Edge, though.
No, but it's the experience I still want to experience. But you know what? It'll happen when it happens. There is a season for everything. And right now, my season for making that lightsaber has not hit. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Hmm.
and then last for right now is expanding my business with Universal. And you know what? That just has not taken off for me yet. So you know what? Like I
How
was
would
just
you
saying,
how would you really measure that goal?
number of sales and trips and stuff like that,
Hmm.
income from it, and for me, it's not taken off. So it needs to be red.
Okay. I'm
Um,
highlighting all these in various colors depending on, you know, how it goes. I was thinking, well, I was gonna have it in yellow, but if Daddy says no business, then no business.
yeah. So you know what? There is a season, and so when when that season happens, then it happens. You
You're
know.
right.
Yep. That's
You
right.
are
So
absolutely right. Well, back to me, but just for a moment. This one is still left over from 2023, but I am going to mark it as yellow,
I would
not the
mark it as
text.
green. That's what I would do.
Well, it still feels like an ongoing thing. And
Well,
let me
yeah.
explain why. I have eaten around the world at Epcot, technically. The actual challenge for it is meant to be that you're supposed to get something from each country on the same trip. And I
Oh,
definitely have not done that. But I have eaten at various different countries for the festivals over the course of many trips.
okay.
Admittedly, I mostly stop in Japan for their bao buns because they are just so stinking good. But I've also had, like, this last trip, I had a churro from Mexico. There was a trip where, what was it that we got from Canada? I had a bite of my dad's filet mignon from Canada, which was good, but I still don't like mushrooms.
Hmm.
So there's just still a lot to be done. But I have
Okay.
seen this one thing that's almost like a game changer, I think. And what it is these people designed temporary tattoos that you put on your arm, and they have a list of all the countries in World Showcase with a check box next to them so that you can check off the list as you get something from each one. And then it will wash away at the end of the day in the shower.
Okay. Yeah, I've
Interesting.
seen that. I've seen that for I think for like take your plan of attack on the rides you ride as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Um, you know what? I agree with what you're saying, Sophie. That you you haven't had a day where you totally
And I
just
don't
say,
think
"Oh,
I
I'm
could.
well." I don't know if you could, but you could still have a day where you eat around the world, and maybe in June on your Epcot day, maybe that's a good time. Not have a reservation and
Yeah,
snack your way around the world.
I think so. The only thing about it is the food that they give you in each of these little kiosks, they give you a good portion of food. It may not be a full plate, but it's still filling. And I worry that if I did eat around the world, I would eat myself into a situation where I'm sick.
It would
Well,
also be really expensive on a solo trip. It's better to
It would
share the
be.
cost and the food with someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
well,
Am
what
I
I
raising
was
my
thinking,
hand? I didn't mean to, but I keep raising my hand accidentally.
Aunt Brenda, I'm sorry, but I would be worried about your food allergies.
Oh yeah, there's no way I could pull that off, but I'm pushing for you, girl. I am rooting for you.
Thank you.
well, I am going to read one more, and then we're going to come down the list a little bit and read some of Brenda's, because Brenda starts at number
16.
16. So we need to get her involved in this convo.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be listening to y'all.
Well, number 7 on my list, or on the list, it wasn't
The
my list,
list.
the list was to keep climbing the podcast up the Disney rankings. So in 2024, we were number 77 out of the top 100.
In 2022, Daddy.
2022, I mean. In 2023, we were number 74 on the list. And drum roll, please. In 2024, we were number 53.
Yay!
Yay!
Way to go,
Woo!
ladies. Way to
Oh
go,
my gosh,
Grogu.
that's a big jump.
That's
Yay!
huge.
That is
I
That's
saw it.
21
fantastic.
places.
I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh. And I went and showed Sydney and she was like, wow. And I
Wow.
decided I was not going to mention it to you two until we were recording because I wanted your reaction.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Wow.
So that was really cool. I was so excited.
Thank you to our listeners. We love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Fab. Super fab.
All right, well, Aunt Brenda, let's move on to some of yours, please.
Oh, well, let me see what I have here. Okay, now my first one is Sail on the Disney Magic on January 21st, 2024. I did that out
Good
of
job.
Galveston. Yes, it was
Very
a
good.
very fun time. Loved it, loved it. Then after that was plan a New England fall foliage trip for October 2024. I started planning it and I stopped planning it because what was our May 2024 European cruise ended up being May 2025 European cruise. All my money has been going to that and the flights and everything. So I did not do the New England fall foliage trip in October 2024. So that's a no.
Not a yellow, even
Not
though
a
you started
yellow.
planning.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't plan enough to I didn't go. So it's a no.
All right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. We're going
And
back up to you guys.
oh, she's shy. It's okay. It's okay. We didn't get a lot of our stuff done either.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, the next one on my list was plan our Disney Christmas time trip for the first week in December, and we all went on that. So that's a
right.
greenie.
Yeah.
You know what? Brenda should get like a gold star because she not only planned her trip, she planned our trip.
She
It
did.
feels like. Because
Thank
she
you
planned
for
so
that
much that we were there.
Thank
It
you
was
for that reservation at the Rose and Crown, by the way. That was
awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah, and that really was Brenda. She booked it for us, and
Yeah.
I
it
was
was
in
so
there.
funny because they were like, Mr. Kenworthy. I'm like, no, I'm Mr. Ellis.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I can't change the lead guest on the thing. So you knew. You
Yeah.
know who you are.
And they were
That's okay.
awesome. That was awesome.
Yay. All
all
right.
right then.
Back up to you guys.
Daddy?
All right. Well, um, have a bigger number 8 on the list was to have a bigger show impact on our YouTube channel, and that is still a work in progress. So I think that should be yellow. There have
Yeah.
been there have been some things that have done well on our channel and some things that it really haven't. And it's surprising. It surprises me what does well and what doesn't.
Mhm.
But no surprise to what our top um, thing for 2024 was Brenda when she and I and Butch rode Slinky Dog Dash. And you hear Brenda going, wee, wee, wee. And the
Listen, she
camera
just
is
has an
zooming
iconic
all over the
voice.
thing. And we have had like 600 views or something of that video.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane.
Oh, Aunt
For
Oh
Brenda.
my
that on that
gosh.
little
Oh
3-minute
my
ride.
gosh.
Aunt Brenda, your voice is adorable, just
I
so we're
love that
clear.
ride.
Yeah,
That ride is the best.
it is the best.
I'm
Sophie,
gonna have to go
you
on
need
it
to go back
again.
on it again. Yeah,
I
totally
love it
worth
so
it.
much.
Oh my gosh,
So
totally
much
worth
fun.
it.
All right.
So that was fun. The next item is not doing so well for me, which was to increase my travel business in 2024. That has not been there. I have some clients that are really good and keep coming back to me, and I help them with their trips, and I love doing that. And that getting an increase just hasn't happened, but that's okay. So um
Season.
it's a season, and it's a work in progress, and it just you do what you got to do, and you keep doing, and you just keep working at it and see where you get. So I guess I would kind of keep that yellow.
Okay.
But number 10, and then well, number 10 and 11, they kind of go hand in hand. But number 10 was to increase the impact Tech Solutions has had with the community in 2024. And that is a resounding green, because Tech
Yay.
Solutions is my technology company, and that has just exploded,
It
especially
has.
in the last 3-4 months. It's just
Hmm.
I am
been,
so grateful for tech solutions.
I mean, it,
We all
it,
are.
it is so busy. Um, so I have a person that helps me part time, and he helps me a couple times a month, and I need to look at increasing that. Literally, it's that busy. Um,
That's
and
awesome. I'm so glad.
going in hand with that, and then I'm going to stop talking for a while, is to get better organized in running my businesses, and that is definitely a work in progress. Um, so I would make that yellow, Sophie, but thank you for putting it green, because I'm not no means totally organized yet.
Yeah, but you're
So
organized enough to have Jonathan helping you.
yeah, but still, it needs more than that. Um,
You're
so
right.
anyway, that organization is a never-ending battle for me, I think.
I think you're right. And I think a lot of these goals that both you and I have, at least in this section of our list, these are goals that are a little bit difficult to measure in terms of whether or not they're complete or not. Um, they will never be complete, I don't think, but it's about the progress that you and I have made with some of them, and it's just difficult to measure sometimes.
Yeah,
Well, an organization is one of my gifts. So I think that I really think that people like me are very, very organized, but we cannot understand technology. And I think it's harder for tech minded and I'm not saying everyone across the board, but I think tech-minded people are maybe not as organized. I think it maybe uses a different part of your brain or something.
Well, yeah. Daddy and I are. It's funny, Aunt Brenda, because I'm talking a little bit about how Daddy and I are in the real world.
Uh-huh.
When you compare us to my mom is very organized like you are, Aunt Brenda,
Mm-hmm.
and she's not really a tech person like my dad and I are. When you compare us to her, we are slobs.
Oh.
We are disorganized.
We
We'll
are
put it
I
that
was
way.
trying to be polite by saying you might have less organization.
It's okay.
Thank
It's
you,
okay.
Brenda.
No, I
But
know very
I'm happy
well.
to help if you ever need me, because you sure help me a lot, Mike.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because definitely, the question would become, how do you help from afar?
I don't know.
Mhm.
But I'm here. So if I can ever help you, I'm happy
Yeah.
to.
All
When I
right.
was in
I
school,
can't fly over to North Carolina. Dang it. And
well, not for only that reason. We still need to get you up here to try some of the foods.
that's true.
Yes. Yes, we do.
That's true.
Maybe that should be on 2025's list.
Maybe
Maybe
it
it
should
should.
be. Yeah. Never
Well,
been there.
I suppose it's time to get back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I see is a giant block of red text.
Sort of. I mean, yes and no. I mean,
Yes and
yes.
no.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I do see a lot of red. Um, because you didn't get a car to move down to Florida.
I didn't get to take my cousin to Walt Disney World either.
Right.
Katie's my cousin. Um, she really needs a vacation, but unfortunately, I only see her once a year for Christmas, so there wasn't really a chance to plan that trip. Um, honestly, number 13 and 14 for me kind of go hand in hand, and I'm gonna be honest. That part about moving down to Florida and getting a job at Disney might be on hold,
Mm-hmm.
or may even be on hold indefinitely. Um, because right now, my priorities have shifted. People who watch the show regularly have noticed in the past year or so that I have brought up a certain name a lot, and that name would be Jonathan. That is my boyfriend. And he and I, when we got into this relationship of ours, we agreed we weren't going to date unless we had the intentions to marry eventually. And I still want to do that. He still wants to do that. It's only a matter of convenience and time and financials right now. But the thing about Jonathan is the best way to describe him is as a polar bear.
Sweet.
So the tropical climate of Florida might not be the best location for him, even though I am very much a tropics kind of girl.
Yeah.
So it's all.
Compromise is one of the most important things about marriage.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
know. I know. It's not a deal
Absolutely.
breaker for me. It's not a
Yeah.
deal breaker.
Yeah.
I'll get him
Yeah.
down there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might need to get a
Yes,
hold
Even
you
if it's
will.
just
but
a visit,
Yeah.
start with a visit.
yeah.
But the reason I was saying that, yeah, you didn't go to Mickey's Not So Scary this year, but you did dress up as Constance Hatchaway.
And you
That's
did go
why
to
I
Mickey's
kind of,
Very Merry, which is, I mean, it's comparable.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's still not. I wanted to be at the Halloween party dressed up as
Okay.
Constance, and that's not exactly something that you can do at the Christmas party.
If
That's
you
true.
Because
dress up as Constance Hatchaway at the Christmas party, that would probably freak out some people.
it would. It absolutely would. Yeah. Might need to get like, I don't know, a white silken night dress or something if I'm gonna dress up as Constance at the Christmas party because that's meant to be the place where you wear your PJs.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't
Anyway.
plan on doing that though.
Anyway, you're right, Sophie. There are some things that didn't happen, and you know what? That's okay
Yeah.
for all of us. The
Yeah.
things that didn't work out, that's okay.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
that's
okay.
right.
All right. Well, Brenda, it's back to
Oh,
you.
back to me. Well, my next one was grow my cruise business, Disney, Royal, and Celebrity. And I can say that I did have more Disney and Royal bookings this year than previous years. Um, haven't grown Celebrity, but I'm going to be going on Celebrity in May to Europe. So I'm so excited. And maybe after that, Celebrity might grow. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
How
Clientele is a
would
bit
you
different than my normal clientele. So I'm still, most of my clientele is like families with young children. And
Mhm.
Celebrity is really more for my age people.
Traveler.
adults?
Yes. So that's just not what I'm doing yet. So it'll come.
Would you
Yeah.
call this a green or a yellow classification?
Um, I'd probably
Green,
call it a
green,
green
green,
just because
green,
2
green.
out of 3 increased. Yeah.
You're right. You are right.
And then my next one is learn to use Canva. I have learned somewhat how to use Canva, but there's a lot to Canva apparently, and
Oh,
I have
yeah.
not even begun to scratch the surface. So I'm gonna yellow that one. Yep. Very good.
Okay.
Well, the question on Canva, Brenda, is yeah, there is a ton to learn, but do you feel like you are using it to the degree you want to use it, or do you feel like you need to learn more?
No, I
There's
need to
more you
learn
want to do.
more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using it now just really to put like words on pictures. Like there's so much
You
more.
know what? That's basically what I'm doing too.
There
Maybe
is
we can
just
learn it
so much
together,
more.
Brenda.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. And then my next one is plan family beach weekends. I did not plan as many family beach weekends. If people don't know, I'm allergic to a lot of stuff outside, like pollen and various things. A lot of times in the summertime, I just avoid going out because the heat also affects my skin, etc. But
Mm.
on the water, it's not as bad. And so I want to plan more of the beach family weekends this year. So I'm going to call that red because I haven't planned nearly as many as I wanted.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this next one should definitely be a green.
Yay! All of us did. Attended the candlelight
Yeah.
processional in 2024. Definitely, definitely. Yes. Wonderful.
Yes. In fact, I think these last two should be green too. Wouldn't you say?
I think so. My next one was be open to whatever, wherever God leads me. And I think that I do that. I try to do that every day.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And then the last one on our list is mine, and it was take my first Disney cruise with Cindy. And yes, that was a huge, huge yes, and it was so cool.
Yay!
And it was also it's not on the list, but it was also our first cruise with Royal as well, which was later on
Very
in that year.
good.
So we had
So
two
first
cruises.
and second cruise.
Yeah, but this one was Disney Cruise. And now, as you all heard, was it last week?
Last week, yeah.
We are going to be on the seas with Mickey in January 2026.
Yay!
So that will be our second Disney cruise and Sophie's first.
Oh yeah.
And I've done the other 5 ships and that'll be my 6th one.
Wow.
Glad. I've done the Magic and the Wonder more than any of the other ships though because of them going out of Galveston. It's just so convenient.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure.
But
I mean,
I
when
love
you're at,
them.
what, an hour, less than an hour?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that is super convenient.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so you know what? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 24. were completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 were in progress. So 7 and 9 is
16.
16 out of 24 are in some state of completion, which
Yay.
actually is more than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking through this based off of who had what on the list. It looks like, according to Daddy's part of the list, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things on this list belong to Daddy, and of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were green, and the most of them were yellow. Aunt Brenda, I think, had the most green out of all of us because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of her things, 8 of the things on the list were hers, and of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them were green.
62.5%, Brenda.
Hey.
She did the best out of all of us. And then let's see here. Sophie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these were mine. And not one of them was green. They were all yellow and red.
Well, yellow's good though. That means you're working on it.
You're right. You're right.
Red, you
Or it
sometimes
means
have to let it go because your life switches gears, and that's
Exactly.
what we do.
Yeah.
We go where God leads
Yeah.
us.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah. Yep. So overall, I think that's a better outcome than I thought it would be.
Mhm.
So, you know what? It also tells us that for our 25 things to do in 2025 list, maybe we need to trim some of these ones down. You know, like
Yeah.
my making a lightsaber, maybe that's a dream in the back of my mind that doesn't necessarily need to be a goal for a certain year.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
So I think maybe in next year or next week's list when we're looking at 2025, maybe there will be a lot of brand new stuff on the list.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we like. Brand new stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to mark us as closed. Boom.
Boom.
Feature topic is complete for this week. And that takes us to this day in Disney history for January 20th. So, Sophie, take it away.
All right then. Well, I am taking us back 95 years to the year of 1930.
Wow.
January 20th, Buzz Aldrin, the second human to ever step foot on the moon, is born in Montclair, New Jersey. Over the years, the veteran astronaut has attended special space-related events at Disney theme parks, including the launch of Epcot's Mission Space in 2003. In 1999, he voiced himself in the recent TV show Space Cadet. Aldrin is the inspiration for the Pixar character Buzz Lightyear. The lunar module pilot on Apollo 11, the first manned lunar landing in history, Aldrin was also a mechanical engineer and a U.S. Air Force pilot.
Wow.
Awesome. And once again, our day in history seems to match up perfectly with our cheddar.
Yeah.
I do that on purpose, just so we're clear.
Oh.
Oh, because mine is an accident. When my Walt quote happens to line up, that's totally accidental.
Ooh.
Well, let's see if Sophie can guess the character. Remember, we're in the new book.
The Pixar book.
The new Pixar book.
Stump the Soph. Ba, ba, ba. Good luck.
So,
I almost
as
worry
I said,
that the
I'm
new
not.
book is easier for me.
Well,
Yay.
it might be. I'm going to say this first clue is foreign contaminant.
Mo.
You kidding me? Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have a question, Sophie. Do you know what Mo stands for?
I don't think so.
Well, now you will, because Mo is actually M-O, and it is short for microbe obliterator.
That makes sense. He is
He's
the cleaning bot,
programmed to destroy all dirt.
Oh my goodness.
which is why he hates Wally so much.
And he kept going, foreign contaminant, over and over and over again.
Yay, Sophie! Fabulous.
Well, I didn't think that would be that easy, Sophie.
What were the other clues?
Well, I didn't have any really. I was, I thought, because it's a little bit, I don't want to write in the book, so so it's hard for me to really come out with exactly what the clue is until I actually determine it. So the second one, I guess, would have been ship cleaner or something like that.
That one
I
might have
thought
been a little bit harder.
Well, I thought that was the giveaway.
No, foreign contaminant is.
Okay.
That is so
Anyway.
I'm telling you, it's
amazing.
almost unfair because the thing is, with this book, I know it only has Pixar characters in it, so I don't even need to think about things like Cinderella or Snow White or any of the other characters except the ones that were made in the last, let's see here, 1990s to now, in 30, 40 years.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. It's
That
about
is
having
fabulous.
fun, and the fact that I
Yes.
could say 2 words and you know who it is,
I
it's still
know.
hysterical.
Yep.
Even if you know it really easily, it's still hysterical.
It's
Thank
amazing.
you.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Aww.
Sophie's amazing. Yes.
Yes.
All right, Brenda, it's time. Give us a little bit of Walt to close our day.
Speaking of amazing, right?
Exactly.
The most important thing brought about in the past quarter century of motion picture history is the recognition that amusement, recreation, mass diversion is no longer a dispensable luxury. Family fun is as necessary to modern living as a kitchen refrigerator.
Oh my gosh.
Walt Disney. He is so right still.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Sounds to me like something that would fit very well in the Carousel of Progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you would hear someone say in that ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And it's the truth. And
My
it would
gosh.
still be true today and forever, I hope, because it is important. Family fun is as necessary to modern, especially today when people are
Oh,
so
yeah.
busy.
So busy and in need of good relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fun times together.
Mm-hmm. Happy memories.
And you know what? I want to ride Carousel of Progress so bad right now.
Me too.
Daddy, let's plan a trip. I got 3 weeks of PTO.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I'm squirreling my money away like Brenda is for her cruise in May. I'm squirreling it away for January of next year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
So.
But we'll be back
That's
there in
true.
December in case y'all want to try to, go for a weekend.
We'll see. Keep that in mind. But anyway, that, my friends, is our show. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
I had fun.
Me too.
Brenda
I
had
did
fun.
great.
Sophie had fun. Grogu always has fun. So we hope
He's
you
alive.
had fun. We hope you have a great week.
Mm-hmm.
We hope that your start to 2025, like I said last week, we hope that it is a good start to the year, to the new year. And we hope that everyone out there has a smile on their face. And if you see someone without one, maybe share one of yours with them. I'm going to call it Share a Smile.
Oh, that's
Share
a good
smile.
one.
Share a
I like
smile.
that.
So don't
And
forget.
share a prayer too for all of the Imagineers who are going through so much with the California wildfires and
Yeah.
with everyone
Yeah.
there that's been affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like share a prayer too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Share a prayer.
So until next week, I'm Mike. She's Sophie. That's Brenda. And he's Grogu. And
We
Signing
will.
off. Signing off.
Wait, no.
No, we will
See
see
you
you
on
on
the road.
road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.